written piece of music. And there's a lot of stuff about this section in particular that really stands out to me. The first thing that's really clear is that he's chosen specific meters in different parts of this. So it's not just 4/4, 4/2 the whole time. There's measures of 3, there's measures of 2. And the second thing that really stands out to me is that he's carefully orchestrated this so that there's different sections at different ranges. And he's balanced the dynamics pretty evenly. So if the woodwinds are all up high and the brass are down low, and everything says mezzo forte, I think it's done thoughtfully enough that if we follow his instructions clearly, it's going to sound good. The first thing I want to address here is that the woodwinds starting at letter M, as in Mark. Letter M. And the thing that I'd like to try is just playing the downbeats of each of the major beats. So, for instance, woodwinds are going to start with a rest, and you're going to play rest, quarter, quarter, 8th note, quarter, quarter, and just those notes. And we're doing this to get a feel of where the meter is and where the pulse is. Can we try that, please? Just the woodwinds. If you have sustained parts that come in or the brass draw that comes in, just lay out. So we're just doing woodwinds right up letter down. 1, ready, go. Good. Right thought. This is correct. This is what I'm looking for. And a couple things are standing out to me right away. First of all, the lower woodwinds are a little bit behind the time. So if you guys could push a little more. And in band, we always have to listen backwards, just out of the necessity that these guys can't hear up to where you are. You have to always be listening back. So lower woodwinds, push the tempo just ever so slightly, and everyone else listen back to that tempo and be right in time with them. Same place, please. 1, ready, go. But I'm still not feeling that we're feeling the pulse in the same places. And I think part of the reason is that we're pulling back, what's the next note, what's the next note? Can we just be really focused right now on the time? And I'm going to go even a little bit slower, and I want you to focus on the pulse of the group and the pulse of the meter. Let's go even a little bit slower and try the same thing. 1, ready, play. Starting much quieter and playing all the notes that are written. Still focusing on that inner timekeeper, the meter being there, the downbeats being right in time with each other. But we're going to play all the notes now that are written. Same people, brass chorale is still out. And thank you for your patience. 1, ready, behind the beat, and there's a lot of soprano instruments, a lot of clarinets playing, a lot of flutes playing. We're too loud. The piano can go a ton softer, and if you guys can just push even just a tiny little bit more on these lines, the lower woodwind sounds. Same place, please. 1, ready, go. skeptical to say, oh, they're always rushing. Because some of us, when we play louder, get significantly slower. And brass, that's what's happening here. The first entrance, the trombones, you guys were playing slower than the woodwinds were, but not terrible. The trumpets, you came in and, ooh, we were in a different time zone. All of a sudden, super slow. So I like that you're playing loud and confident with a lot of accent, but don't let it slow down. Same thing, please. Letter M. M. 1, ready, play. There are some really specific things marked in the solo parts, though, that I'm noticing. One thing, Lindsay, especially in yours, is you have some of these pretty significant crescendos and decrescendos, and one moment that's even forte. So I think you can really just kind of bury the band, so to speak. Play as loud as you want, and make sure that there's no moments of decay there. So you never, once you go to forte, you're all in, and don't let it back away, because you're the main event there. Can I hear, please, just for a second, the sustain part? So this is minus the solo parts, just the sustain parts right at letter L. Solo moments, and this is all kind of atmospheric, So it's not as obvious maybe as if we were playing a Susan march or something, but the pulse is very, very important. If we're set up like this, where's the pulse coming from? Where does it have to come from with these parts? It's a geographic thing, location thing. Let's listen one more time. There's someone who's strategically positioned in the back of the room who you're probably going to have to listen towards. Let's listen one more time so we can figure out who that is. Same people. Any ideas? Before the baritone. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, and so horn. That's going to be especially where you're falling a little bit behind. He's giving us constant. I was going to say quarter notes, half notes, and 2 on the bottom. He's giving us constant half notes and giving us this constant pulse coming from back there. And because he's all the way back there and we're all the way up here, you've got to change at the exact same time as him. So this has got to be metric and right in time. Let's add everyone back in, starting right at L. And we'll go on a few bars into M. 1, ready, L.